morning and welcome to News First Prime Time Sunrise.
A very good morning and welcome to this edition of Primetime Sunrise. I'm Sonali Vanigapathuge. Let's start off with a look at the stories making headlines this morning. 2 wild elephants killed after colliding with a train in Galgamua. Polling cards for the upcoming presidential election to be distributed from the 20th of this month, and International Human Rights Day marked today. In local news, 2 wild elephants were killed after they collided with a night mail train plying from Colombo Fort to Jaffna. The incident had occurred when the night mail train plying from Colombo Fort to Jaffna collided with a herd of wild elephants in the Kasikote area between the Ambanpola and Galgamur train stations. Our correspondent stated that train services were initially hampered due to the incident that occurred last night, but have now come back to normal. On to the weather situation. Several houses were inundated in the Rajagiri area owing to strong winds that were experienced.
Around 30 houses in the Moragasmul area and Rajagiri were damaged due to strong winds that swept through the area. According to our correspondent, a vehicle too had been damaged.
වයිදුව විතරයි ගේ ඇතුළේ හිටියේ කොහොම හරි එළියටවත් බහින්න බෑ ඒ වෙලාවේ විදුලි කොටනවා පස්සේ මේ ඔළුව දාලා චුට්ටක් බැලුවා බලනකොට මේ සීට් කෑලි ඔක්කොම කඩාගෙන යනවා හැමතැනටම ඉතින් ඒකෙන් හොඳටම බය වුණා බය වෙච්ච පාර හොඳටම බය වුණා කියන්නේ මරණ බය දැනුණා ඒ වෙලාව
Chief Justice Mohan Peris says that we are living in an environment in which differentiating between right and wrong has become impossible. The Chief Justice made this statement while addressing an event held in Colombo yesterday.
නිරන්තරයෙන්ම මේ දූෂණය ගැන අපි නඩු කතා කරලා කෙස් පැලෙන නීති තර්ක කරලා
Constantly we discuss corruption and split hairs while putting forth legal arguments. But have we received results? That is a question. Therefore, my belief is that we should change this direction in which we are going. That's my opinion.
වෙනස් කළා නම් හොඳයි කියන එකයි මගේ අදහස. නීති ග්‍රන්ථවත් මේ නීතිවත්
We are living in a society where identifying between right and wrong has become impossible. No matter how much of law we talk or cases we hear, no matter how many laws we implement or constitutions we have, none of this will cleanse this society.
ඔය එකක්වත් හරියන්නේ නැහැ.
The Election Secretariat says that polling cards for the upcoming presidential election will be distributed from the 20th to the 31st of December. Additional Elections Commissioner U. Amaradasa noted that accordingly, the said polling cards would be handed over to the post on the 20th of this month. Amaradasa added that voters who do not receive their polling cards by the 31st of December have the option of visiting the nearest post office and obtaining their polling card after proving their identity. Meanwhile, the Additional Elections Commissioner stated that postal ballot paper packets will be issued on the 15th of December. He stated further that almost 600,000 postal vote applications have been received thus far. Election monitors complain that illegal election propaganda, including notices, posters, cutouts, have not been removed so far. Executive Director of CAFE, Kirthi Thenakon, said that these campaigning materials should have been removed after handing over of nominations. However, he stated that this has not been done as of yet. Meanwhile, National Organizer of the National Elections Monitoring Centre, Attorney at Law Rasanga Harishchandra, stated that illegal election propaganda can be seen throughout the country. The police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohana stated that measures are being taken to remove illegal election campaigning material displayed after the handing over of nominations. He said that any form of election campaigning and propaganda has been prohibited near the centres where the ordinary level examination is to be conducted. International Human Rights Day is marked today. This year's theme is Human Rights 365. Newsfirst contacted Commissioner of the Sri Lanka Human Rights Commission, Dr. Pratibha Mahanamheva, for his views.
United Nations Human Rights International Day celebrates today 193 UN member countries including Sri Lanka. This year's theme is very important other than any event because the UN theme is 365 days for human rights. This is where the country is needed. That's why Ban Ki-moon, the United Nations General Secretary, as well as United Nations Human Rights Council High Commissioner Al-Zaid Hussein, both emphasize all the countries, all UN member countries, to see the responsibility of a state to protect and promote human rights. Today, Sri Lanka Human Rights Commission also celebrating International Human Rights Day under various themes. It's a public forum and public discussion. That is where politicians, academics, religious leaders, civil society, state officials, street forces, what are their responsibilities? This is very important. Every day, if the responsibility is clearly whatever the work they do, then there won't be any human right violation. So this year, the theme parallel to that, Sri Lanka island-wide, we have 10 branches we are celebrating, and also we think in future it's very important National Human Rights Action Plan, Universal Declaration, 66th year anniversary, and the first International Human Rights Day was celebrated in 1950. Throughout that, Sri Lanka is celebrating, and also 1955, Sri Lanka ratified and signed this UDHR, United Nations Declaration of Human Rights. So I think in future also we have to work not 365 around the clock, every minute we have to think human rights, how to protect, how to respect, and also the awareness programs are very, very important indeed today.
A van that was carrying a group of people returning from common opposition candidate Maithripala Sirisena's campaign rally in Kandy was attacked in Katugastota. Police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohana stated that the attack took place at around 9:30 last night. 3 people injured in the attack have been admitted to the Bokavele hospital. Police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohana added that the suspects have not been identified thus far. In sports news, it's cricket this morning. The 5th ODI between Sri Lanka and England will get underway today at 2:30 p.m. at the Pallekele International Stadium. Now, the following views were expressed at a pre-match briefing that was held yesterday.
I reckon seeing Sachitra over the years, I reckon he's a tough character and there won't be any difference in his approach. And I'm totally confident that he'll be the same bowler that I've seen with a bit of a different action maybe. We are getting ourselves prepared for the next 2 months ahead of us, and I think it happened to be England at this time of the year playing in Sri Lanka, and had it been any team, our plans getting back Sachitra wouldn't have been different. So it's important that we get Sachitra back and get his services to the team. Yes, we all teams, including us, there's no difference in we obviously think about the World Cup in 2 months to come, but we still have a tournament to win here, a game to win tomorrow, and our attitude, our approach is not going to be any different. We got to do. And first things first, you've got to win the game tomorrow. That won't have an effect on, if we bring in Sachitra, that won't have an effect on the result of the game.
There's no reason why we can't. I think we showed in every game at some point along the way that we're capable of doing that. The thing for us now is to make sure that we sort of put it into one complete performance. I think even the game that we did win, we didn't play at our absolute best. which again is promising. You don't want to talk about being promising all the time. I mean, now's the time for us to step up and start putting in performances, and this is a great opportunity for us to do it under pressure before a World Cup. Cricket here, the conditions might be slightly different to Colombo, and if we can get this level going back into that last game, it's going to be a great finish. And this sort of pressure is good practice for a World Cup. So in regards to preparing for it, that's as close as we can get, I suppose. And we're just going to try and make sure that we put into really good performances here and finish off the series well.
Well, that's a wrap from all of us here from the news desk. For the moment, we'll see you again at 8:55 with more of the very latest. Have a great day ahead.
Hotline 0114 896 896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.